Okay, we are live. We are live now. Do not interrupt. I will make a statement where I will give out what we're going to talk about before you guys speak. So please do not interrupt. We're going to be talking about the Liverpool. We're going to be talking about Uncle Moo. I want to dab a little bit about Messi and Barcelona and what can happen. But the crux of this hangout and the majority of this hangout is going to be about the Champions League preview. So again, we welcome all those listeners who will be listening, who are either listening to this live or will be listening to this on Monday. Again, each week we try and bring you the best possible show with me and my expert panelists of football aficionados. So let us start off with the first item. Now, you guessed it, 2010. I had to just put that out there. We've always got to start with 2010. We're going to start with 2010. And the reason why I start there is people need to relax with the insults that have been given towards Uncle Mo. I get it. I understand. But let me just wait. Let me land. He's won a Champions League with two different clubs. That's a rare feat. And last I checked, 2010 is not really that far back. So 8 years is not really that long ago. But he got beat down. He got shown up. That was a disgraceful performance by United. It was laughable. And those guys are not sniffing top four. So before we actually talk about Liverpool, I want to talk first about Uncle. Actually, no. I want to start first with Liverpool. Can they win the Premier League? Yes or no?
Yeah, man. I think they're the favorites for the Premier League, and currently they're the best team in the world right now.
What?
Yeah, I mean they're unbeaten.
Wait. Are you being sarcastic or are you actually being?
No, I'm serious. They're the favorites for the Champions League and Premier League.
On what basis?
And wait, relax. Okay, wait. Based on what exactly? Based on
I mean, they're unbeaten in the league. They've beaten a PSG team. They've beaten a Napoli team. One more, and plus they were Champions League finalists last season also. So based on the record, they're a serious team to take care of.
So you don't think you're being slightly reactionary?
Nah.
Okay, that year, can Liverpool do this? Is this their year? Is this the time?
I'm not gonna say it's our year, but we can do it. There's obviously a difference between can and will. I think we are capable of winning it, but
no. But how capable? How capable? If you're going to put it like as a percentage, because again, can is a very flimsy thing to throw around. How realistic can they bring home the cookie?
Okay, if I had to give a percentage, I would say 40%.
Whoa, 40?
No, yes, because right now we're 17 games into the seasons, and only 2 more games until we're halfway through. So I think you can't dismiss us because not only are we top, we're unbeaten as well. I mean, that's one thing we have to consider as well.
Okay, Daniel.
Yeah, we can win the league. We can win it if luck is
how
on
likely?
our side.
How likely?
About 30 to 40%.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. No, because I mean, again, there's nobody. Okay, apart from FG, who I don't know whether he was smoking something. Like I want to hear a full-on can they or can they not forward. Liverpool. What are they after this review? What are their chances of winning the Premier League?
I can confirm FG was smoking weed earlier. Now to Liverpool's chances. They have a good chance, yes, but I don't think they're favourites for the league. They're not favourites for the Champions League as well, definitely. It just goes down to whether they bottle it again like they did in 2014 or 15 or whenever year it was. And I guess we'll see. But they got a good chance. They're looking more deadly. They're looking more threatening as a team as well. They're looking more complete. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see. It's too early to tell.
Hazem, Liverpool chances Premier League. Okay, Juju man, Liverpool. What are their chances of winning the Premier League?
100%. They're winning the league. I mean, the Napoli game. I told you, like it was easy for Liverpool. This was an easy. I'm not sure why everyone is overreacting. This was an easy game. And as for Liverpool, they're not
wait, Juju man. So let me just get it straight. You said 100% they're winning the league.
Yes, and if you look at City, are not that good. I mean, we've seen this. Like if you saw the Champions League game against Lyon, this team is weak. The City team is weak. I know they have some players coming back, but I mean, I mean, it's weekend. Liverpool have they have a bit of depth, so I would say I'll conclude by saying Liverpool and the Champions League, Liverpool and or PSG will reach semis. They'll go far in the
Okay,
Champions
relax.
League.
We're not talking about Champions League, man. Relax, man. What the hell? Sas Pani. So tell me, Liverpool, what are their chances of winning the Premier League?
Obviously, it is a 30% chance. I guess
30%.
if everything goes, yes. If everything goes rosy and everything, and Klopp actually has this in this season has made a lot of formation changes and tactical changes. If he sticks to one tactical setup, and if no main players get injured, then obviously there is a chance that we can win them.
But okay, so you're saying that if he sticks to one tactical setup, they
In
can
the
win
Premier
the
League,
league.
yes. In the
Okay,
Premier League, yes.
all right, that's fair.
A balance.
All right, Tosi, Liverpool chances of the Premier League. Tell me.
Yeah, okay. So based on the fact that it's a 2-horse title race, I'll just say 50%, between them and City. I'll say 50%. And honestly, Liverpool I'm going to actually echo what FG said. Like right now, you could argue that they're the most informed team in Europe. They're the only team, along with, I think, Juventus, that are unbeaten in their league. And
what about PSG?
Oh, and us as well. Yeah,
we don't take
forgot to say that.
Yeah, Tosi,
yeah.
Finish your bloody points, man.
But yeah, the signings they've had, Virgil van Dijk, the fact that they've signed 3 relegation players in Wijnaldum, Robertson, and look at them, they're running through the league. Like they're just running through the league. And honestly, the way that they're so well defensively, the way that they're shaped defensively, the fact that they have that defensive solidity now, like they can use that as the platform to win the league pretty much. So yeah, I think Liverpool are well equipped to win the league for sure.
All right, so I want to flip things a bit. I want to ask a different question before we get towards United. And I think this has been a debate that I've been having with a lot of guys on here. So again, we saw this game, but I just want to just look at this game, but in totality. Who is Liverpool's best player? Not their most important player or anything. Who is Liverpool's best? Who is the player? Wait, no. This is the guy. This is the guy that we look to try and make things happen. Who is that?
That's Salah.
That's Salah. What are they? Okay, FG. So name me the player and tell me why. FG.
Oh, it's easily Salah. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's in the FIFA World top 3, unlike Mane, who's crying because 12 people.
Nobody mentioned Mane, man. Just stick to the
Look, Mane has never had a season Salah had. Salah's the main reason why they went to the Champions League finals last year, and he's pretty much their most important and their best. I mean, look at the game against Napoli. This dude was shredding them to pieces.
Okay, thank you. A1, who is Liverpool's best player? All right, Dahir, Liverpool's best player.
Okay, I'm gonna say, to be honest with you, I'm gonna say Salah based on how effective he has been over the past season and a bit. But obviously, in terms of technical ability, it's Mane. But so you can choose between the two. But for me, Salah has had such an extraordinary season last year, and he's proven to be a big contributor as well. So I give him the edge in terms of what he brings to the team, in terms of importance as well and effectiveness.
All right, Daniel.
I think Salah, because like the things he does on the ball, like sometimes it leaves me speechless sometimes. So I think Salah.
We don't want you speechless. We want you to talk. Thank you. Forward. Who's Liverpool's best player?
Sadio Mane.
Why?
I think it's important people need to remember that Klopp changed the system so that it could suit Salah best. He moved Mane from his best right-hand side position to the left-hand side, and even still Mane's performing. I think the most important thing to remember when we're talking about who's their best player, who's the most important player in the big games, and always the person with the most impact is Mane. He's always the one creating the most chances. This was Salah's first game. In the midweek, he scored against a big team in this season. He hasn't scored against obviously the likes of Chelsea, Tottenham, etc., etc. And for most of that game, he got handled by Koulibaly for being real. Let's just not be those guys who only watch highlights of the games. For most of that game, Koulibaly handled him. Whereas Mane, even though he missed a lot of chances, he's always creating moments. He's always having big chances in the games. And even winning goal for the Shaqiri first goal, he was the one who done Herrera on the wing and got the ball into the box. And obviously Salah, in most of his games, he's really just waiting he needs someone else to basically enable him in these games. He needs someone to create the chance for him and then he'll tuck it away. And he's a ruthless finisher, but he's not a better player than Mane.
I mean, look, man, Ford laid some science, man. I don't want to, look, man. That was science by Ford, man. He laid some science. Look, easy. We're moving. Chill out, man. FG, man, relax.
I appreciate it.
Man. What the hell? Juju, man, who's Liverpool's best player?
I mean, I would say I don't care about the best player, but the player that shook me today is Fabinho. Like, I saw something great in Fabinho.
Juju, man, I just asked you a simple question. I said, who is Liverpool's best player?
It's Fabinho. It's Fabinho.
Who is Liverpool's best player overall? What the hell?
Fabinho. I'm going with Fabinho. Like,
Jesus Christ. Dude, man.
It's Fabinho. I'm telling you, I saw like a Brazilian Busquets today. It's Fabinho. Like, I'm shook, guys. Like, I'm shook. I saw something great. Like,
Not like this.
I have to wait to express it because I saw something great in Fabinho today, and I'm terrified. Like, this guy can become good. He can become a
okay, Jim, thank you, Jim. Relax, right? Good, thank you. Okay, Red. What the hell, man? Who is Liverpool's best player?
The thing is, it's really tough call. I think I can't name one player. I think they're Salah and Mane equally because both are important.
Name one. I don't care. That's not how it works in Hangouts. You choose one and you name one.
Okay. If I have to say one, I'll have to say Salah, just based off of his consistency last year. But just to say one thing, the reason why this Liverpool side is so strong this year is because players are showing up at different periods throughout the season. Midweek, when Mane went ghost, Salah showed up. This week, when Salah went ghost, Mane showed up. So that's why I say both are just equally as important and as vital to this team as each other. Like, there's no one better than the other.
Okay. Saswatch, who's Liverpool's best player and why?
I wouldn't nitpick one player, but if I had to pick one, it would be Mane because he has the most varied set of skills. And if you see today's match, he was playing on the right hand side. He was also playmaking in the middle, and also he was playing on the left hand side because Salah was playing out wide, and also most of the balls were not played on the right hand side. Salah was playing on front. So Mane was actually circulating in each and every part of the field apart from the defensive side. So he was doing everything on that field. So because of his varied set of skills, I would definitely pick Mane.
Hey, look. Okay, look, I'm not all I'm saying about it. Okay, look, Tosi, who's Liverpool's best player?
Look, man, everybody going with one, so I gotta go the other way. Like, that's just how it be. So I'm gonna go with Salah. And the thing about Salah is, I think you guys really underrate like his attributes as a player, like just the continual danger this man causes. His strength. Look at his strength back to goal. His strength back to goal is his shiftiness, his eye for goal. Everything Salah does, you don't expect it because naturally the average football fan is watching Salah and they're like, he doesn't look like he has the technical, capacity of a Mane or a Firmino. But what he does, the fact that you look at the production and just that performance against Napoli, that's one of the best performances of the season. And that's clutch. That's a clutch performance. Mane, on the other hand, like, I feel you can take Mane out of the game because Mane, his decision making, yes, you can. We took him out of the game. Thilo took him out of the game when it was at PSG. Like, when he came to the park, we took him out of the game. So
who won the penalty in that game?
The whole team.
You can talk about a penalty, but that was one incident.
No, but Tosi, see, that's where I get a bit sketchy. So you said that, you took Mane out of the game. You took the whole of Liverpool out of the game. Nobody in Liverpool did anything in that game. But the only guy who did something was Mane, who won the penalty. And the problem with this part is, like, look, I think this goes back to my goal scorer player arguments. Salah is a technically very good player. I've always said it's a technically really very, very, very good player, and he's very good on the ball. But his attributes lean towards goal scorer. He is the goal scorer of the team. Player.
But that's the thing. Like, Ford was saying that Mane had to be shifted to the left, but that's no different with Salah. In Klopp's system, every attacking player is allowed to move freely within the last, I'd say, 30 to 40 meters. And Salah was basically playing as a number 9 today.
No. But the point I'm making is that I just think that in Mane, you can, within the front line, you can play him almost anywhere, either on the last man, either in the number 10, either on the left, either on the right, or even given a free role. Like, he's so dynamic He
But
has
he's
such
not-
a wide skill set.
He's not consistent, man. You can't be the best player if you're not
Yeah,
consistent.
Exactly. He's not
that's my
consistent.
problem.
Yeah, I
with
was gonna.
I mean,
I was
look at
gonna
that
mention
Napoli.
that
This
Consistency
season.
That is
matters,
the thing
man.
with the whole Liverpool team, man. That's why we have the best 23-man squad. Because if one player doesn't perform, the other player will step up, and that is the beauty of a club system and this Liverpool team.
Oh no, true, no. Look, as I said, look, that's a different argument because which is why I said it in my reviews that what's it called? Whether it's Keita, whether it's Fabinho, whether all this guy. Henderson is still a brick, by the way. He's still a brick.
Mm.
Move. I want to talk about Uncle Mo.
Wait. Last thing. I just want to say,
Lord.
most important player though, easily Van Dijk. Easily.
Yep.
Easily.
Or Milner. I want to talk about Uncle Mo. This is hard. And this is tough to watch. What is happening to my boy. Because as I said in my review, it's very hard to defend what I saw. Because again, I don't know what this guy's doing in training. Like, that United performance was disgraceful. Because it looks as if a bunch of strangers just literally rocked up to Anfield and say, hey man, let's do the best we could. It was like a pickup game. Like you go to the park, guys you never met before, hey guys, let's just play and let's just wing it for 90 minutes. That's what it looked like. So my thing is this, and this is the question that I asked to the panel here, is where do United go from here? Anybody get in there? Where do
United
go from
are
here?
a finished club. It doesn't matter.
Relax.
It does not matter. No. I'm dead serious.
Let's talk, Joe.
I'm dead serious. Within the next half decade, United, like their ceiling is just to hope for top four and to compete for the domestic cups. That is their ceiling. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is the manager. Moyes set this club back years. LVG set this club back years. Mourinho's stint set the club back years. It's going to be no different. They've signed world-class players like Di Maria, Pogba, Ibrahimovic. Like these are world-class players, and nothing's changed.
They bought
Nothing's changed.
They brought three.
This is an organizational thing. Like this goes from the board all the way down to the players. It's not just one man. And look, man.
Okay. So let me ask this then. So are you telling me that, let's say, if Yardim came in, he can't build a winning team with Pogba, Martial, Rashford, Lingard, and so forth?
Of course he can.
Not in the immediate future.
It'll take time.
Bro, look. Let's use Liverpool example. Before Klopp, this team, everyone said this team would never win a league title or anything. 3 years later, they're competing for the Champions League and the Premier League. It's all it takes is the perfect manager for the team and the right resources. How they use the resources also. If they get and they use in 3 years' time, they'll be back to the top.
Okay. Let me bring in some other guys. So, here, where do you stand on this?
Yeah, I think the truth of the matter is that United have been in decline pretty much since Alex Ferguson left, and I think we've seen since he left, the appointments haven't been great. And in Mourinho's
so who is to blame? Who is to blame? The managers or the board or the players?
I think they're both to blame. The board and the manager. I wouldn't say the players are to blame because they've got a fantastic squad that should be challenging for a title, but it's down to the philosophy.
They don't have a fantastic.
Easy, one at a time. Die here, finish.
Yeah, it's basically those two, the board and the manager, because Mourinho, obviously, in most of his press conferences, it seems as though he's complaining about a lack of signings, but sometimes you wonder why the owners haven't given him that backing because they don't really trust his philosophy. They don't trust his way of playing. So you can blame both of them, and from the board's point of view, you can say, well, if you're not willing to back him, then why haven't you got rid of him in the summer? Why haven't you appointed a manager with a clear plan moving forward? So I think it's a bit of a conflicted thing between the two.
All right, Daniel.
I think it's both. Like Woodward, like the owners, the Glazers, they don't know. Like Woodward, the Glazers, they don't know anything about football. And I think Mourinho is just in decline. Like I said before, Mourinho is the antichrist of football fans.
Easy.
Jose Snorinho. That's what he is. Maureen. That's what he's called, fam.
He's
Dead
also let
dead
me add, yeah.
manager.
Easy,
Dead
relax,
also-
relax.
look,
We'll not
Wait, double H.
What did Mourinho do to you, man? What did he
have
do?
such
To you?
language
I
on
just
this
want to say,
channel before I have to
Mourinho,
eject
can I
you.
say something?
Are you
Mourinho?
mad? How dare you? Forward. What's happening? Daniel, quiet. I'm going to eject you, man. Forward. Talk. What's United? What's the issue? Who's to blame? Who needs to be taken to prison?
Yeah, before I comment on that, I will just say there was so much beauty in what Daniel said because you could hear the years of resentment and hurt that Mourinho gave to Liverpool fans. So, I mean, you know what? They're getting their comeuppance now, so fair play to them. They can revel in the moment, but there's clearly Mourinho has regressed certainly at Man United. Now, obviously, to the issue.
Okay, look, talk.
Like,
Talk.
To the issue, obviously, it's mainly the board's fault. I mean, there's obviously clear discontent between him and obviously the management and the board. I mean, you can, if you read in between the lines and all Mourinho's press conferences, you see the issues that are there. But I mean, this has to be said. Look, I don't want to patronize you, HH, but I was where you were a few years ago. Obviously, you're a bit of a what's the word? A complicated Chelsea fan. I've been a full Chelsea fan for the last however many years, right? And I've seen the problems that Mourinho's had, and obviously I was blinded by love in the sense that he saw done so many amazing things for my club and whatnot. But he set our club back many years of some of his management, some of his tactics, some of the way he set the club about. It was disgraceful, and you're seeing those same instances come up back at Man United. And I don't think he's a finished manager, but he's finished at Man United. He's done in England in English football, and maybe he can do well at, let's say, an Inter Milan or another club abroad, maybe even a PSG. Sorry, Tosin, but he can do better elsewhere.
Relax. Don't talk. Forward. Finish your points, man.
He can do great. He can still do great things in world football. Maybe even maybe even as a national manager. But obviously, for Man United, he's done out there. And yes, another manager can come in and do a good job, and they can still take them forward because they still have a very good squad there.
So who can do it? Don't just say anything. Who can come in and do something for these boys, man?
There are names you can come in. Obviously, Jardim's an option.
Give me
Obviously,
a name. Yadim.
Jardim is an option, yes. Zidane obviously can come in and have a really good effect. Obviously, he's a very good man manager. So yeah, people can come in and obviously do a good job. It will take a bit of time, but it won't take as much time as people are suggesting. They won't go 20 years like a Liverpool without winning the league. And by the way, just remind everyone, Liverpool still haven't won a Premier League in colour. Just to remind
Chelsea
everyone.
playing Europe League, mate.
Easy.
Yeah.
Daniel, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Juju, man, you're up next. What's happening with United? Who needs to be blamed? Bloody hell.
United,
That I didn't roast you.
wait, with United, what is it called? I think they need Mourinho needs good players, and with United they need a mid-table coach because majority of their players are average. So it's like if they get because literally you need to a coach that works with average players because you can't and Mourinho is wrong for the team and with United they I don't know they need to. I mean, spending. I don't know. They just need first the coach. That's the manager they need, and they need the manager. That's their solution first, and then they can decide on who the players to buy because they.
Okay, you've talked. Kadim, United. What needs to be? What's going to help United? What is the issue? What needs to be done to take them back to greatness?
And like realistically, or what is like?
Oh no, real. What we're talking real here. Realistically, what's coming?
Because I think United should have signed Klopp back then. He would have been the perfect coach to turn it around.
Oh yeah.
But as of now, maybe Simeone, or that's like. It's like for me, Klopp would have been the perfect man to steer the ship towards a better future. You know.
So you're saying that Klopp should have come in after Ferguson?
Yeah, or maybe a bit or after Moyes and such. You know, like before signing for Liverpool.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's fair. All right, Red, quickly. United, what needs to happen?
No, like that whole board, they all have to go. These guys are just giving contract extensions to everybody at that club. They're giving out free money at United. Anybody can get signed. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, they first of all, Mourinho is known to be a 3-year manager. They give him an extension on his 3rd year till 2020, and then after they give him an extension, they don't support him in the summer and give him any money to spend. When clearly you guys have a lot of injury-prone player, like their best defender, Bailly, is constantly injured. So get another defender. They buy Paul Pogba, but they back the manager, but they won't let the manager won't play Paul Pogba or Martial, and like they're just keep on giving these players like they're gonna put De Gea on 400K a week. Their goalkeeper is gonna be their highest paid player. That's how poor the team is. Like it's a mess. And as for Mourinho, his season isn't over. As far as I'm concerned, as long as you're in the Champions League, your season's alive. Because if they win the Champions League, they don't.
Man, please, just relax.
No.
Let him talk.
That's the idea of that, man.
Red, talk, man. Forget this, guys. Red, talk. Keep talking.
No. This guy is still in the competition. As he's still in it. As far as he's still in it, he still has a chance at a successful season. Regardless, I'm not saying they're favorites. I'm saying there's a chance. And if Mourinho wins the Champions League, he automatically is qualified next season, so he's back in the Champions League, and he won a trophy. So, and this guy hasn't been a disaster for United because he won 2 trophies with United. Did he not? He won Europa with United. He got them back into the Champions League. Got them second last season. So he's not really that bad.
Can I counter that?
Let's Red land. So Sassuat, and I'll be back to that here.
In conclusion,
easy. Red, finish your point.
All I'm saying is, in conclusion, Mourinho is not fully to blame. The board are bricks, like you said, HH. That whole club, that whole badge, they're all bricks. It's not just Mourinho on his own there. And as long as they're in the Champions League, they're still not out of it yet, guys. So be careful what you say. Let's see what happens at the end of the season.
All right, Saswat.
So the main culprits are obviously the board of directors, because here's the thing. If you go back to the history, like Van Gaal and Mourinho, they have a lot of history of having bad man management. So if you have a bad management, because they just cannot control all the players with the team, and that has affected in the training session, that has affected in their playing in the that is shown in the field and everything, and that is the reason that Man United are not performing this, and they didn't perform during the Van Gaal period. And so it is obviously the board of directors are the main culprits, who don't appoint a manager who is both tactically sound and also through man management he's also sound. So the perfect option for them is Zidane. And also even if Zidane comes, it's still a mess. It will obviously take him time, 1 or 2 years or 3 years, to revamp the whole squad, to get the correct press, more better options and everything. So it will obviously take time.
I'm going to go to Dahir, but before I go to Dahir, very briefly, let me just say this right now. Zidane to United will not be a good fit. That's all I'm saying.
He's
Zidane
a glorified
will not
babysitter.
Easy. I said Dahir. You wanted to counteract Dahir.
Yeah. I just wanted to counter Red's argument. Obviously, Mourinho deserves respect for his career and whatnot, but the first season in charge of United, when he won the Europa League, let's not forget the fact that they finished 6th in the table. Yes, winning the Europa League was huge. Getting back to the Champions League was huge. In his second season, which was last season, yes, United finished second, but let's not forget they lost to Sevilla in the last 16 of the Champions League. They were embarrassing in that tie, and the gap between them and Manchester City was so huge that in the end, finishing second wasn't that much of an achievement, to be honest with you. And to be fair, they've just gotten worse and worse and worse under Mourinho.
Can I counter that real quick?
Wait, can I go? Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay. I'll go Red, then Tosin, and then we're going to move.
That 16-17 season actually goes to my argument, because at that year, Mourinho solely focused on the knockout stage. He completely withdrew from the league. He was playing his subs in the league that season. So this season, he could be seeing the same thing. He could be resting Pogba for the Champions, because he knows that this league is a wrap. It's already Man City's or Liverpool's. He knew that they couldn't compete. Like this Man United team cannot, under any manager, cannot compete.
Be your bread and butter. The league should also be your bread and butter. That's the one.
Okay, wait. I said I was going to move. Okay, Tosi, what is it? Say something briefly.
Oh yeah. Regarding the board. Yeah. Just like Red said, man, they just be offering out. They be handing out free money, dog, to everyone. Like Chris Smalling got an extension. Chris Smalling would not stand out in my 5-a-side team, like where I play. Like, no, seriously, he's not a good like these are the players that they're signing, and Mourinho also deserves blame, because you look at the game today, like Liverpool. I saw a stat that said Liverpool completed 120 more passes than United attempted. So that means United weren't even looking to play football today. They weren't even looking to play today. They just basically came to not play football. And I don't know, man. Just overall.
Right, okay, cool. No, let's move on. So obviously, before we get to our main topic, which obviously the Champions League draw, I want to just talk about Messi. So I saw Barcelona destroy and dismember Levante. It could have been a 7 or 8. It was a complete switch show. Let me ask you guys this. In my view, because people always talk about the 91 goal calendar year that he had, which was insane. But I believe personally that Messi's performance last season is probably the best performance he's ever had, which is why him coming fifth in Ballon d'Or is crazy. But let me pose this to you. If Messi, no Xavi, no Iniesta, a declining Suarez, a very talented but young Dembele, an aging midfield, a brick in defense called PK. If Messi manages to lead Barcelona to a treble, where do we place that achievement?
It's the same thing, man. I mean, who cares about these troubles? It doesn't matter what he does with Barcelona. Get that trophy with Argentina. That's the only thing that matters for Messi these days. If he can't do that with, I don't care.
Juju man, quiet.
He can win as many champions as he wants.
So FG, if this guy scores a crazy amount of goals, has crazy amount of assists, and this is the main man and leads them solely, no Xavi, no Iniesta, to a treble, that doesn't mean anything.
He's already done that before.
Oh, he's already done that. There's nothing to see.
Wait. When did he do that? When?
2015. He was the main man. Look at those runs. Look at those runs.
Neymar. No. Neymar and Suarez were pivotal as well.
Okay, look. You could say Neymar and Suarez, like, in terms of their, like, especially in the clutch moments. Like, remember the Bayern match in 2015 at the Camp Nou? Everyone was quiet. Who came through? Who came alive? It was Messi. It's just Messi. He makes that team tick, even in the final.
No, it was known as the front three. They were known as the front three.
Yep.
I've never heard the narrative that 2015 was Messi single-handedly leading them to that thing. I've never heard
Not
that.
Single-handedly, but he was the main driving force.
And if you remember that season, in the first half, Barcelona were poor, and Messi was not having a good season. The second half came, Messi started going crazy. And he was pretty much the main instrumental. And Iniesta wasn't even that essential in that team. And Xavi was a bench player for the trouble, basically.
One last thing. I just have an argument for Messi. If he wins the treble again, he'll just prove that he's the best of this generation. He can't go in the all-time list just for one reason. Because what do people always criticize Liverpool for? They never won a Premier League. What if the La Liga and Champions League change their format again? Then all of a sudden the trophies that he won lose their value. There's only 2 trophies that are timeless: your Continental Cup and the World Cup. Those cups will remain.
Wait. I have to interrupt. This World Cup evaluation. This is it's made up. Like, he doesn't need to win a World Cup. It doesn't. It's overrated. Look at Croatia. They made the finals. They're a nothing team and they made the finals. It doesn't mean anything.
Wait. Going back to Messi and Argentina. Look. I don't expect Messi to win a World Cup now because it's too late. But I expect him to win at least a Copa America. If he can't do it this summer, then he's a failure. He's a failure if he can't win a Copa America.
No. If he plays for Argentina again, then only he will play for them. If he plays
Messi doesn't have to win anything. He just the facts. He doesn't have to win anything. He is the greatest player ever. It's just facts.
You can't be the greatest player if you're not the greatest Argentinian player.
We're going to be here forever because this is going to derail. We have to go to our main topic of the man. So
can we not slander Arsenal?
Leave that to one side. Let's leave that to one side. Champions League draw. Why this wasn't on Friday, I have no idea why. Normally it's on a Friday, so I don't know why they moved it to Monday. So I've got my sheets out here. What?
They need time for cheating.
Look, let me just say this right now. So, our league winners, you got Dortmund, you got Juventus, you got Barcelona, you got PSG, you got Porto, you got Bayern, you got Man City, you have Real Madrid. I mean, we could have like a Dortmund Liverpool game. We could have an Atletico Juventus game, Atletico Bayern Munich. There are a lot of pretty tasty games that we could all have. So let me start first with this. FG, is there any team that should be feared in going into this draw? Name me one team that you think should be feared and why.
Liverpool. I don't want to face Liverpool. That's the only team I'm worried about.
So why specifically Liverpool? Would you want to avoid them specifically?
I mean, it's pretty much a bad matchup. They have a lot of workhorses against our workhorses. It's not going to work well. And then the Anfield atmosphere, and Juve have a fraud of a manager in Allegri, so he's going to cost us. So
Easy, relax.
Multiple reasons.
Okay, relax. Okay, they're here. Which team should be feared? Should be feared
in general or based on?
Oh no. Based on what you've seen in the group stage.
I have to say Borussia Dortmund by a country mile because they are so lightning quick in the transition. I mean, look at Marco Reus is now staying injury free. You have the likes of Sancho, you have Witzel. I think they're a very, very dangerous matchup for anyone, Borussia Dortmund.
All right, Daniel.
What?
Which team should be feared? Which team should be feared in the Champions League draw, man?
Dortmund, didn't it? Because they've got they can score from anywhere. They can Marco Reus, Paco, Larson, Sancho, Bearman. They've got bare weapons.
All right, forward. Who should be feared? Who should be feared?
I just want to start by doing a shout out to A1 and Mozola. Your team lost today, haha. Your team shit. Anyways, he should be feared. Arsenal shit. Just to confirm that. Yeah, so he should be feared. You know what? I'm gonna pick Atletico Madrid. Not just because the stadium.
Excuse me.
Yeah. You heard me right. Atletico Madrid.
Who came second in them? Carry on.
It doesn't matter where they came. They're a dangerous team in the knockout stages. We all know this from what we've seen in previous years. I mean, the only team to beat them in the knockout stage over the last 3-4 years is Real Madrid. Real Med Brick. And obviously this season they're kind of breaking it up. So I mean, it remains to be seen how they're going to perform now. Obviously, aside from the fact that they're hosting the final, these guys up for 2 days will cause anyone problems. And it'll be interesting to see if they get like a Man City or they get someone else like that in the last 16 because they're going to cause that team a lot of issues. Same with the PSG. They'll cause the teams a lot of issues, especially if they go a goal or 2 up. A very hard team to break down. They're a nightmare to play in the knockout stages, and let's see what happens. If they play against a top team, we'll revisit this conversation.
Very quickly, what was the score between Dortmund and Atletico when they faced the first time in the group?
That wasn't a 4-0 game, and they won the return game. Yes, Dortmund are a very good team.
You didn't actually give me an answer. Okay, thank you. All right, fair enough. Jujuman, which team is to be feared?
I would say PSG because I underestimated them. I'm saying it. I underestimated PSG.
Easy. Let them talk, man. Talk.
I underestimated PSG. I think they improved massively, and they have a good coach, and hopefully they get a good draw this time. I think they'll go far. Between PSG and Liverpool, they go into the semis.
All right, Kadim. Which team is to be feared?
Like from whom?
No. Yeah. Of all the teams going into the draw, based on what you've seen for the group stages, is there one team that other teams should be feared and want to avoid?
Like, for me, Liverpool, Dortmund.
No. Just give me one. Only one team. Just one team.
I'd say Liverpool as of now.
Wow.
But like now, like in the next stage, but like towards the final, like the later stages, it's when the bigger, better squads will shine through, I think.
All right, Red.
Yeah, for me it's PSG because Neymar can win at will
PSG?
if he just shows up. Yeah, if Neymar, you saw what happened when in the return leg between PSG and Liverpool. Neymar went in there, he felt like playing that day, and they won. They got the result. And they also show that they have a really solid defense that can withstand a fluid front three. But there's another side note. As a Real Madrid fan, I do not want Liverpool. If we get Liverpool, Ramos is getting assassinated. Our bus is getting blown up. So please, not Anfield. That's the only reason why I want to stay away from there. But PSG.
All right. Saswat, who is to be feared?
I don't think any particular team should be feared.
No. I don't want that answer. Give me a damn team. Give me one team to be feared.
I think it would be Dortmund because it will take each and every team by surprise because nobody would be expecting such what has happened because we are playing such because let's just take Juventus or Barcelona. So they will think that obviously they will have the inferiority complex towards Dortmund. So Dortmund will attack from the get-go. So obviously that will take them by surprise. So obviously, Dortmund for me are the surprise team. I don't quote anyone as the team to be feared, but Dortmund should be actually respected, in my opinion.
Well,
Okay.
can I just give a shout out to Ajax, who have been amazing in the
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll get to them.
I think they're a team to
I will
watch
get
out
to them.
for.
I will get to Ajax. I'll get to Ajax.
Yeah,
I will
and
get to
also I
Ajax.
want to say Porto have been the best performing team in the
Yes,
Champions League
yes,
so
I said
far.
it to my
And
preview.
I would like Liverpool to avoid them tomorrow. That's it.
You're having a fun.
Easy. Toast it, talk, man. Toast it, talk.
Look, man. Look, this is why I came
Don't
to the
say
hangout.
PSG.
I came to whip out my proverbial 12-inch dick to all you haters. All right, to all you haters, 'cause all you haters,
Watch this flipping thing.
H, please let me go in after this, please. I beg you.
Okay, please, because what I've seen right now is we are the best team in Europe. We have the perfect.
No, it's true.
Can I finish, y'all?
Don't make the same mistake. I'm begging you.
Can I finish? Okay, thank you, y'all. All right. We have the perfect mix of past experience, Buffon, Thiago Silva, Dani Alves, present experience, Neymar, Verratti, and the youth prospects, Mbappe, light-skinned Bart Simpson, Thilo Kehrer. We have the person, not only
Juventus and Barcelona have
easy, let him land, man.
Not only do we have the personnel with Neymar, every time Neymar scores for PSG, guess what our record is? 29-0. We have never lost when Neymar scored. That counts the Champions League as well. So
that's why he's not going to score in big matches.
We have never even played a knockout stage game at the Parc des Princes with Neymar. So, and we've beaten a great team like Liverpool and holding them to one shot on target. And we found the right tactical balance in recent weeks. Playing
can I just ask one question? Has PSG reached the Champions League semi-final before?
Oh, but look. Wait. How many years? Look, this is what I'll say. There have been a host. If I talk about our shortcomings in the Champions League football in the last 2 to 3 seasons, we can be here all night. I don't want to get into that because
to add to Tosin.
Okay. So wait, easy. So Tosin, are you basically saying that PSG are the team you feel should be feared?
Yeah.
We have. Look, Double H, you know this yourself.
Tosin, it's the most
no. Of course, because we have in terms of personnel, in terms of coaching, we have it all. We have we have the right collective balance. We have the most. You've said it yourself on your videos. We have the most talent.
I'll add.
Talent. Our spine.
Then why haven't they been able to sniff a semi with all this talent?
Wait. When did we make a $400 million? Did we make a $400 million investment last 2 summers ago? Did we make a $400 million investment against Barca before we played Barca 2 seasons ago? Or against those other teams?
You need 400 million to hold on to.
I'll go to Jujuman then to 4. Jujuman.
Yeah, and with the PSG, I mean, we're forgetting they topped a really difficult group, and with the Anfield game, they played their worst game in the Champions League, and they lost 3-2 at Anfield. So I mean,
we came back from 2-0 at Anfield.
Yeah, and when they played it, that was one of PSG's worst game. And the other thing is, last year they lost to the champions of the Champions League. And don't forget, the first leg they dominated Madrid, but Neymar was injured. And I looked at this year. The only problem I see is maybe Buffon might leak a goal, but I underestimated this team. They improved, they improved massively, and they're going under the radar.
Okay. Let me comment. Okay, sorry. I said I was actually going to go to forward, and I'm going to go forward.
So you need a 400 million investment to hold into a 6-1 lead at a new camp. Really? Is that what I'm hearing? Basically,
who inflicted that damage upon us? That guy is our player now. He's our player.
So let's go forward.
And also, that was the worst refereed game in Champions League.
Okay, Tosin, quiet, man. No, he's that crap. Finish your points, man.
That is a fact. Since that you've obviously taken aim, but since then, let's look at your results in big games. You obviously did destroy Bayern Munich, but that was under a struggling Carlo Ancelotti. Since then, you got slapped at the Allianz Arena. You went to play Real Madrid. You dominated at
the
2-1. We did not get slapped at the Allianz Arena.
We did get slapped. I watched that game.
We were better in the second half.
Let me land. Let me land. So then you got slapped by Real Madrid in the last 16. Then you go to this. Season, right? So obviously you got knocked out last season. Embarrassing. Then you go to this season. In the 4 big games that you played against, you got dominated by Napoli at home. Fair play, you actually good against Napoli away, and you were good against Liverpool at home. But then also, let's not forget how this embarrassing you were at Anfield. So ultimately, when we look at it, we want to say who should be feared in the Champions League.
Look.
A team like PSG with no prestige.
What's the result?
Pedigree.
Who topped the league? Who topped the table?
Who topped it?
Bro,
Who topped it?
wait, finishing top.
Big games, and ultimately they're not a team
Easy,
to
guys,
be feared.
chill, quiet, guys, chill. Let me just quickly comment. PSG. I want PSG to do well because I'm like a woman. Let me explain. Let me explain. Because it may sound crazy, but I'm like a woman. In the sense of like, when it comes to this, I'm very materialistic. PSG are a very materialistic team. Neymar is an arrogant prick, but I like him being an arrogant prick. As much as I hate him being an arrogant prick, I like this evil Neymar. Because football needs that arrogant prick there. It needs that nemesis. It needs that villain. It needs that guy who laughs, who dives, but is also actually very good because he can dribble your face off. And I've said this for ages. Marco Verratti, talent-wise, is the best midfielder in the world. I don't care what anyone says.
Facts.
I don't care what he does. Let me land. Verratti, I've said this for years. I don't care what anyone says. He, talent-wise, is the best midfielder out there. When Neymar wants to play, nobody has his footballing IQ. Nobody does. His footballing IQ is crazy. When Thiago Silva wants to operate, Thiago Silva can give you tier 1 defending. When he wants to lock in, he can give you tier 1 defense. So these are all of the little nuances that are there. So for PSG, get it done. No more excuses. And this is what I want. Neymar, I don't want you to be injured because you know what's fair enough. Fair enough. He was injured, wasn't there for Paris. Fair enough. I pray that Neymar is fully fit. No excuses, because Neymar, this is why you moved. You moved because you are there to win the Champions League, and I agreed to you moving because you can't be someone's bitch. It was Messi's bitch at Barcelona. I don't care what
like a side man.
Yes, a sideshow. And I wanted him to move, but the only way that this move is going to be justified is if you bring home the cookie. You've got to bring home the cookie. You've got to bring home the cheddar right now. So let me wait. So let's just quickly transition. Now, I don't know whether you guys have the tables within you. What do you think is going to be the big draw that's made? The big matchup?
I think Atletico is going to get either City or PSG. That's definitely happening.
Yeah.
And I'm praying Liverpool gets Barcelona.
I want Real Madrid.
I wouldn't mind.
Liverpool, Madrid. I would love it. I just want that.
I would love
Liverpool, Madrid.
I think Juventus versus Madrid will happen.
So nobody thinks Dortmund Liverpool is a possibility.
No, I don't want to see that, man.
Fantastic game.
I don't want to see that. I think they're a dangerous team.
That's boring.
Ajax Real Madrid.
No, because see, so the issue here is Atletico are so screwed because Atletico look seriously. Atletico should really, if there's a thing that Atletico should want, it's Real Madrid. No, they can't get Real. Sorry, they can't get Real.
Yeah.
They're going to get PSG.
Everything is tricky because Porto is tricky.
Very tricky.
They're not tricky.
They are.
Relax.
We saw what happened.
Atletico easy. Atletico should beat Porto. That's not a game that Atletico should feel fully confident. I think that they would win over 2 legs. It ain't going to be straightforward.
No.
Yeah, because yes, Porto had an easy group, but they still did. I think they only dropped points in one game. So come on,
they won 5 games and they drew 1.
It's fool's gold. That's all.
Atleti will get PSG. Like it's just I can feel it from
Atletico will get a big team.
PSG gets Atletico. It's over for PSG.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask. Who do you think Real Madrid are going to get?
Liverpool.
Look, guys, Liverpool are having a good season. Let's not ruin it for them by getting knocked out by Madrid. So
listen. Let's
Red, please, I beg you.
We're gonna repeat 2 asses, okay?
We would beat Madrid over 2 legs.
Benzema's record against Liverpool, isn't it 5 goals in 3 matches? Benzema last time.
And they lost to Siska.
No,
Okay, they lost to
the thing
Siska
is-
3-0. You're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
they
yeah,
lost to Siska 3-0.
I don't want to sound arrogant, but if we face Real Madrid, we'll beat them in both legs.
Please, you know, no, Dahir, since you said that, I want a Real Madrid Liverpool. I
See,
want
need it.
to
That's
see
the
that.
one I want the most.
Please, I hope.
So let me ask you guys and Dahir and Dino, which team do you want to face the most? Which team do you want to avoid? If there's one team you could pick to face, which would that team be?
Okay, this one might sound controversial, obviously. The team I want to face the most is obviously Real Madrid due to what happened last season in the Champions League final, and obviously the way they're struggling in the league. The team I want to face the least would be Dortmund. I feel Dortmund will give us a lot of problems, especially stylistically. Anyway, the way.
Okay, let me ask this.
Also,
Wait, just very briefly because this because I posed this question to Drifty for a banter show because I said that's mad.
yeah.
You know, Juventus are one of those teams you want to avoid, and Drifty said that he's not afraid of Juventus. So if you
What?
got drawn against Juventus, not bothered.
Not bothered because I think
They're not
with
that
our
good.
attack, our intensity is too much for Juventus. Obviously, they have the experience. They have Cristiano as well up front who can score goals. But
They're easy win.
We can
They're
arm
not
them.
that good.
I think they're very experienced, but we're capable of beating Juventus.
I can actually comment on that.
Go for it.
So Juventus are definitely not a team who score a lot of goals. So obviously they will play possession football and everything. So obviously it will obviously they will try to control the game throughout the whole 11. So if Liverpool get a chance, Liverpool will obviously play attacking football in Champions League. So
So who wins? Who wins the game then? Who wins over?
Liverpool will definitely win because if they face Juventus, because Liverpool
I just
will.
wanna say
It will be.
Man, like
Wait,
guys.
wait,
Wait,
Guys,
it's,
Juventus.
I'll add.
Let me say.
I'll
Let
add-
No,
me
it
say
is because of the way
Wait,
Juventus play.
let me,
Because of the
let
way
me
you.
say it. Let me say it. I watch Juve every week. This is the worst football I've ever seen in my entire life. This
True.
manager Allegri, this dude should be cleaning toilets, not managing this squad.
So wait. So after
Let me come in after this.
that Allegri will
I'll
have
go.
a game plan over 2 legs to stifle Liverpool.
Look, Allegri will be the main reason why Juve won't win the Champions League.
True. And I'll add to FG's point is this team. I mean, apart from defensive wise, like Chiellini is the only good defender. Bonucci is not that good, and Cancelo is injured or whatever. He's injured, and they have I don't even know who they're right by. Decilio or
Cancelo.
no, Cancelo is injured. Decilio now is, and it's like
Decilio's the backup.
it's like this team is they don't look that good. I'm not sure if they'll change in the middle, but I mean. It would be an easy game for Liverpool, but right now,
Even when
unpopular opinion though, I think Juventus they're just missing that creative midfielder. Their squad is virtually complete.
We're getting
Their squad is complete.
No, it's okay. Wait. Look, my thing about this is this. I think Man City should not really. Who is there for City to really fear? Really, because
Athletic.
Wait, easy. Let me land. City can't face Liverpool. They can't face Tottenham. They can't face United. Even if they beat them, they would smack open Schalke. They would smack open Roma. I say they beat Atletico.
No,
they don't. Do you remember Pep last time? Remember Pep last time at the away to Atletico? This dude flopped heavily.
They know because you know why?
Let's look at Barcelona.
Game style.
Wait. Let's look at Barcelona. So for Barcelona, they can't face Atletico. They would destroy United. They would see Barcelona, Liverpool now.
I'm saying Liverpool, man.
Yeah.
Nah, Barcelona will actually.
Did you see what Levante did to them? They were cutting them open.
Okay. See, Liverpool.
They were playing with the back three. They were playing with the back.
I wanted to talk about Ajax. Guys.
Great team.
That's a tricky team.
No. That's the one team I want to face the most.
Ajax.
Men against boys.
I was gonna say the worst case scenario for Ajax would be Juventus, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Men against boys.
Because see Ajax Dortmund I think would be an amazing game. That would be an amazing game. Ajax Juventus, that I think could be a bad matchup for Ajax. Ajax could give Barcelona issues.
Yep, definitely.
Ajax could give PSG issues.
I don't know
Ajax
about
can give
that.
anyone issues.
The firepower would
Any
be
team
too
they
much.
face, they're gonna go out at least with their heads held high. They'll play really well.
To be
just keep
honest,
on-
I think no. You know what? I mean, let's be real. I think City would deal with Ajax. I feel. I think
Yeah.
City would deal with
Barca would
Ajax.
deal with
Do you know what? If you look at UEFA's, if you look at the draws, UEFA makes games that are close. So if we want to predict a good game, I mean, if we want to predict close to what UEFA will put tomorrow,
I just
is
cannot wait
teams.
for this draw.
No, it's games that will be close. That's how they select.
Okay, guys. Okay,
Games
before
that
you
will be
go,
close.
tell me what is going to be the biggest draw of the next round. Just tell me what is going to be the biggest draw. I am saying Dortmund Liverpool is going to happen.
I'm saying Atletico.
no.
Atletico.
I'm saying Juventus versus Atletico.
Wait,
I'm gonna say.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good
Yeah, I'm
one.
saying Atletico PSG.
what?
That will be. Yeah, that's gonna happen, and PSG will not go knockout. They'll be knocked out by Atletico. I'm dead serious, man.
Tosi,
I'm
don't
dead
you dare
serious.
laugh. Tosi, and also Tosi, if PSG do get knocked out, you are coming back to this hangout. So don't.
Bro,
go into that
did
trap.
you see?
You
Look,
are
man,
those-
Atleti are Neymar's bitches, dog. Like,
What about 2016 when
See,
Felipe
this
Luis?
okay, guys.
I'm just saying.
I'll see you guys after the
Wait,
draw.
what about
Wait,
Europa League?
what about
All
us?
right.
Wait, don't go.